A couple of lineups today. Jackson Merrill playing center field again. Third start in the field in a row for him out there. Do you expect we'll see him out there kind of continuing as these games go by?
Yeah, well, I mean, clearly he's out there. We've it's good to have 2 games a day on a couple of fronts. Got a lot of guys out there with opportunities that are competing, and Jackson's clearly in that mix and getting a chance to play center field again, and excited to see it.
Wandy Peralta making his Cactus League debut today. What are you looking forward to with that?
Well, I'm going to hear about it because I'm going to be on the other side of it. But yeah, no, I'm excited about Wandy. It's good. He's coming in great shape as advertised. Kind of a glue guy in the clubhouse. Love the way he's going about it. Love the way he's competing. Love the way he went after his live EP the other day. Real pro. And so we're excited to get him on the mound.
The potential of having three lefties in that bullpen, Peralta, Matsui, Cosgrove, what kind of impact could that have, having like three quality lefties in the pen from the outset?
Yeah, no, it's good to have him. Creates flexibility, right? Some days those guys aren't always going to be available, so you always got a lefty or two down there. And on the days they are down there, you got three of them. And depending on where the starter goes, you can match up. So it's good having them, but it's also having the quality of the lefties we have. All three of those guys are going to contribute, and we're excited about them.
How have you seen Jackson out there in the outfield? I know it's a new deal for him, but
Yeah, I've been really pleased. The biggest thing is it starts with jumps and route efficiency. And his jumps have been fantastic, and his efficiency with his routes, and he's been challenged some difficult balls, and he's answered the challenge.
What do you thought about the approach offensively so far this spring?
T, I'm glad you asked that, man. It's really, really pleased with our offensive approach. We clearly have talked about it, discussed it. You can talk and discuss it, which just starts there, but you have to actually begin to execute it. And I'm really pleased with the players' buy-in to it. Victor and the staff done a good job of, in the off season, talking with guys, partnering with the group, getting to make sure we have a clear identity of how we're going to compete offensively. And now the work's been taking place. Now we're seeing the execution take place in the game. We're using a big part of the field. Your dad would be happy about this. So we're pleased about the guys' approaches, and we're seeing the results, and it's paying off. But yeah, the Petco Park hitting, where it's historically been more of a pitcher's part. Doesn't mean we can't score runs. Just got to make sure we're being intentional about our bats and how we're approaching it. And so I'm really pleased with what's taking place.
In a perfect world, what is the identity?
A perfect world's identity is, we've said this a little bit, but every at bat is a situation. And we talk about lineups. I don't want to segue into that, but the lineup does turn over, but people hit in different parts of the lineup. And the reality is the game tells you what to do. That was something Toddy spoke about the other day that I think is fantastic. In easy terms, being able to capture it. What does the game allow? What's the game calling for at the moment? And so we work on all the different things that allow us to be able to execute that. And so that's really what Petco Park hitting is. It's really just what hitting is. It's relative to the situation. I'm not going to play to the stadiums as much as we are, hitting homers, hitting small ball. It's really, what does the situation allow? Can you stay on the ball? Can you drive the ball through the middle, use the big part of the field? Can you move a guy over like we've done? Can you bunt him over, which we haven't done as much early in spring, but will occasionally. But just use the whole field and make sure you're aware of not only what he's trying to do, but as importantly what you're trying to do, and then get after it.
Luis Patiño inside the clubhouse. What's sort of if you know yet, what the game plan is for him in the coming days?
Ruben's talked to him consistently. It'll be similar to Wandy. We'll just see what it looks like. What engaging young man. He came in the office, enjoyed the conversation with him. He's on his second stint here, and he's got a lot of respect here in the organization. So just see him get out there, let him get his cleats in the dirt a little bit, and evaluate it from there. But he came in looking like he's in good shape, and we'll evaluate it.
Just noticed Manny's not in either lineup today. Anything you can tell us about that as to maybe why?
It's an extra day. It's part of his progression. Today was a little bit of a coin flip day, and it's just a day where he and we felt like it's just a matter of getting more work in. You can talk about the games. That's great. They're important. Don't get me wrong. But him being able to get his bats and recover and get his swings in the cage and be able to do that with more volume right now has more importance than the 2 or 3 at bats he may get in a game.
is Matsui anything new on him?
Not necessarily. We expect to get a ball in his hand today, or hopeful to do that. But he's moving. Everything's been more positive than the day before. He's moving around. We want to be judicious in how we, expedite the process. But the good news is he's moving and more free now, so it's encouraging. So he's getting closer.
Patiño has been a starter. Any thought of what his role might evolve into here?
Yeah, I think the good news is he's done it, but we also look at where he's at now physically and how he's built up, and recognize we're a little further in camp, and but we do know that's an option.
Has Marcano progressed anywhere?
Yeah, he's starting to do more baseball activity. You've seen him on the field, perhaps. He's starting to move around, get some ground balls, get some swings. So he's in his early stages of getting back to baseball progression.
Coach, you have extensive history being a minor league coach. That's seen us a lot of times for the players to grow and get better at baseball and learning. How did it help you grow? The minor leagues, the fall leagues, those times as you started as a head coach?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's about experience in this game, and the coaching evolutions continues to do just that. It's evolved in our game, and I've been able to keep up with some of all the different technologies we have and how the different ways of thinking about developing our players. But I was able to get in there and ride the buses and get on the fields, and I'd coach a broomstick if they'd let me, and but also had really good people around me that. The list is really long, and a lot of these people are like, you thank me enough, but I've been blessed to be around a lot of really good, high-quality baseball people that held me accountable to a standard of teaching the game, and it's a continual process. And I've been around some of the best teachers in this game, but I took advantage of my experience. I took advantage of their experiences, and mostly I was able to, do what I could to make sure I did everything to help the player in their career, because that's ultimately why we're here.